So in today's video, I will be recreating this dress I saw on Pinterest. I made this dress in 2024, so now I'm going to be making it and I'll walk you through the process. This is the yarn I'm going to be using, 100% polyester yarn. This is the twin strands held together, and this is what I'm going to be using for today's project. I want you guys to look at the nonsense that I've been doing. I don't even understand what this shape is. This is the back, bro. Can you guys even see? It's like a U-shaped design, like neckline or something. Like the straps, like they are too short. They are not wide enough. So I think when I'm unwrapping, I'll make the straps wide enough. And another thing I'm also thinking of doing is like, it kind of looks so light. And I'm thinking that since the dress is a maxi dress, it's going to weigh it down. Like, because it's light, it won't hold up. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Like maybe to stretch down. So I'm thinking that maybe from the shoulder to like the under bust, I'm going to like double the strands of yarn I'm using. So right now I have 3 strands of yarn together. So I think maybe for the shoulder to the under bust, maybe I'll use like 6 strands of yarn. That's what I'm thinking of, honestly. Like throughout yesterday, I was working on this project. So I have an update. I am done with the first front panel. The stitch count is good, it's okay, but like my initial chain, because this yarn is not stretchy, it is quite difficult for me to wear. I don't know if you can see. I should have used a foundation single crochet instead of making a chain, because I feel like the foundation single crochet is stretchier than this. I'm done with the top section of the dress. I made a mistake, but before I let you guys know the mistake, let me show you guys how it looks like. So this is how it's looking like. I have seamed the shoulders and I've actually tried it on, and this is how it looks like on. Now this is where the mistake comes in. So the mistake is that I made the V shape for the front to be too deep. What I was supposed to do was that after I made the back panel, I should have worked like 3 or 4 rows before making the V shaping, the decreases and everything for the front. And I did not do that. I just went and I was just so happy with the nonsense I was doing, like continuing with the dress like that, like working on the lower part of the dress. And then maybe once I'm done and I still don't like it and I can't find a way to like fix it, I would unravel the top part. There are 2 options for me. Either I unravel the front panel and fix it now, or I make the entire dress, and if I don't still like it, I go back and fix it. I'm going to be doing something where I'm making a blog post on my coffee shop, my coffee page, and each time I'm done with like a particular part, I'm going to give like an explanation. So it's not like an actual pattern, but it's like a guide. So in case you want to make this, so go to my coffee shop and I'll link it in the description box. I don't know if you guys have seen my Nova skirt pattern. It's a free pattern and I have a free tutorial on YouTube, and I'm kind of following that kind of like the instructions I put in the pattern, but at the same time I'm like, something might go wrong. So I'm having fun with this project because I am using different stitches, and right now another thing is this: I want to add like a new color. So I was looking for ideas because I feel like if most color work projects I see, they have like 3 or 4 colors, not like two, because I only have 2 colors, pink and magenta. I saw this oh god, this is crochet dress. It's I kind of zoomed in. I was checking on Pinterest for like other like versions of the dress so I could get like a close up, and I saw this picture of how they did the color changes, so that's what I'm doing. I don't know how fun it's going to look because it's just 2 colors I'm using. The yarn I'm using is 3 strands of weaving thread held together. So what I'm doing is I'm going to first start with 1 color of magenta, so 1 magenta, 2 pink, then like maybe after 2 rows, 2 magenta, 1 pink, then after 3 rows it's going to be all 3 strands will be magenta. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I hope I can do that well. But either ways, you guys like my earring, it's so nice. I'll probably see you guys once I'm like gluing the lace stitches at the bottom. I'm so excited. I have been checking that, okay, what kind of lace stitches do I want to use for this project. Guys, this is the final result of the dress. I am quite happy with the way it turned out. Like, I'm so happy that I took some risk with using different stitches, and I was just breezing through it. I really love the design. The only difficult thing about this dress was getting the neckline shaping right. I also love the way I did the back. Like, I bought some I think it's teardrop beads for the back, and I really like the way it turned out to be. I love the bead. When I was beading, the beading took so long. Like, it took so long for me to finish beading this dress, just the neckline. Now imagine people that bead dresses and bead in general, like the amount of time it takes them. One thing I would have done differently for the dress is, number one, the color changes. So the color transitions I did, I would have made them kind of longer before I started the bottom color. I'm thinking of doing shoulder beads. I don't know if you have seen the shoulder beads. I saw some of them on Pinterest, and I really think it would make this dress pop out and really look really nice. If you were to make this dress, let me know which color combination you would use, because right now my mom wants to make the dress and we are looking at orange, like burnt orange and purple or something, or like brown, shades of brown or shades of blue, or even shades of purple. So like, what color combination would you do if you were to make this dress? Let me know in the comments.